welcome to Sports Center at Home with me, James OHENBA McKWEON. You know, it's that time of the day where we dissect, digest, and delve deep into sporting issues in Ghana and around the world. It's a long time since we met, yes. Yeah, just doing writing exams here and there, one or two things. But we are back, yes. We are back for good. Yaba no, yaba. The show is a packed one today, and as we all know, the German Bundesliga is over. FC Bayern Munich are champions. It's in PSG, the league was cancelled, and in England, obviously Liverpool were the runaway leaders. But there was the top four battle and also the relegation battle. Yesterday was a crunchy day. At the end of the day, Manchester United and Chelsea joined Manchester City and Liverpool for their spots in the Champions League next season. But how was the EPL this season? Was it good for you? Who was your best coach? Who was your best player, best defender, or best midfielder? And which players made your team of the season? Basically, this is what we'll be discussing this night. It's all about the EPL. My guests will be on the show. But before I introduce them, we'll go for a breather. When we come back, I'll give you the foreign transfer news and then we'll delve deep into the issue. Stay tuned. Welcome back from the breeder. You're still watching Sports Center with me, James OHENBA McKWEON. It's time for the foreign transfer news, and we quickly move on onto the camp of FC Barcelona. And it is just a quick roundup of some of the biggest stories making today's back pages, as Lionel Messi is reportedly telling Barcelona to snatch Marcelo Bielsa from Leeds to become the new boss at Camp Nou. Now, Tottenham and Everton have been in talks with Southampton over a deal to sign Pierre-Emile Hojbjerg, but the Saints boss has warned any suitors they will have to meet the club's valuation, one understood to be set to be £25 million. There is a big transfer news from Scotland this evening. Rangers forward Alfredo Morelos has agreed personal terms with League 1 side Lille, with the two clubs are now negotiating a fee for the Colombian international. Everton defender Leighton Baines has announced his retirement from football at the age of 35, ending a 13-year stay at his boyhood club. Now, Leicester forward Harvey Barnes is a shock summer transfer target for Liverpool, according to reports in Sunday Mirror. Now, Manchester United and Chelsea are both keeping tabs on Atletico Madrid's Jan Oblak, according to the Sun, amid the poor form of both clubs' current goalkeepers. Wilfred Zaha has also been given the blessing of Crystal Palace to leave this summer if the club receive an acceptable offer for their set star player. So basically, this is the transfer news we have today. We all know that Jamie Vardy has taken the golden boot in the EPL. Teams like Aston Villa, Norwich City, and AFC. No, Aston Villa is still in the league. Sorry, AFC Bournemouth, Norwich are also on their way to relegation. Also, Troy Deeney's Watford. So we quickly discuss. I have with me Safu Emmanuel and Abdul Karim as they give me their view about the EPL this season, their best coach, their best flop, their best player, best defender, best midfielder, best striker, and also their team of the season. So Safu Emmanuel, talk to me.
So talking about the just ended English Premiership competition, the 2019-2020 soccer competition, I think talking about the flops, best signing, the best player, best defender, and best midfielder, and the rest. I think for me personally, to begin with, I will begin with the coach of the German. I think there's no doubt about this. Going for the German international, Jurgen Klopp, Liverpool's manager. Why do I say this? He won Liverpool's first English Premiership trophy for the past 3 decades, and I think he deserves an accolade. Also, having played so many games without a defeat, only just to lose to Ismail Sarr's Watford, and I think he deserves an accolade. And he just lost 2 games in the Premiership, and we see Jurgen Klopp played very well with his Liverpool side, and I think the best manager of the season goes for Jurgen Klopp. And also talking about the best player, there's no doubt about this. People have been making arguments for Jordan Henderson. I say, hey, look, I will give it to the Belgian Kevin De Bruyne, having won the best playmaker, having won the playmaker of the season with 20 assists and also banging in 13 goals. I think he deserves this very award in my point of opinion. I think Kevin De Bruyne played a massive role in the City's triumph this very season, even though they weren't able to win the Premiership. But I think Kevin De Bruyne played a very major role in the City's path this very season. And also talking about the flop of the season, I think I'll go for Sebastian Haller of West Ham United. last season having been paired with Ante Rebic and Real Madrid flop Luka Jovic. They banged in a lot of goals, but coming into the Premiership, Sebastian Haller hasn't performed to expectation at all. He just have 7 goals to his name, and even these very goals came in the early stages of the competition. And I think the worst signing of the season, the worst signing of the season goes to Sebastian Haller. That's the French international Sebastian Haller. Also looking at the best defender of the season, I think no doubt I'll go for Virgil van Dijk. He has been a defensive rock in this very Liverpool squad, and no doubt, I don't have much to talk about Virgil van Dijk. I say, hey, look, the best defender is Virgil van Dijk. Also talking about the best midfielder, I think I'll go for my very player of the season again. That's Kevin De Bruyne. No doubt, Kevin De Bruyne is my best midfielder of the season. Also talking about the best forward or the forward of the season, I think I'm going for Jamie Vardy. Looking at a player like Jamie Vardy, he can score from all angles with his pace, his runs, his positions. No wonder he won the Premier League top scorer with 23 goals. I think Jamie Vardy deserves my best forward of the competition. Also, talking about team of the year, I think for my team of the year, I have to put Burnley's goalkeeper Nick Pope in post, and then also Trent Alexander-Arnold at the right flanks. Andrew Robertson also of Liverpool at the left flanks, and I also filled in Virgil van Dijk, also pairing Virgil van Dijk with Aymeric Laporte of Manchester City. Moving into the midfield, I think I would then bring in Jordan Henderson, and also bring in Sadio Mane. I would play Sadio Mane at the left flanks. I'm going to play a 4-4-2 formation, so Sadio Mane at the left flanks. I also bring in Kevin De Bruyne at the right flank, just the 4-4-2, but it will be a 4-4-2 diamond formation, and then Bruno Fernandes playing the number 10, and also up front there I'll bring in Pierre-Emerick Francois Aubameyang and Jamie Vardy of England and Leicester City. So James, I think that will be all for now. So I think this is my very best team of the season, and I think they deserve to be applauded.
I would say it would be Sadio Mane. Reason being that he's been the carrier of the team whenever he's on the field of play. He's carried the team on his shoulders through thick and thin. Whenever he's being featured by his manager, he's never disappointed his manager, scoring 80 goals and assisting 8 times. This not mean a joke for a striker of his caliber. Okay. This not mean a joke for a striker of his caliber. He's always contributed immensely to the success of the team. This has been true from their first game against Norwich up to their last game. His contribution has been massive. Okay, he's either scored to spur the team on to win the matches, or when the team is drawing, he scored to win them games. Okay, so that's my take on the best player of the season. On the best midfielder of the season, without a doubt, I'll say Kevin De Bruyne. This guy has shown true professionalism after his injury during the season. He's bounced back, assisted 20 times, scoring 13 goals. This no mean a joke of a feat to be achieved by a manager. By Kevin De Bruyne. The last player to do that was Frank Lampard. Okay, to contribute 30 plus his manager and his players and the supporters alike. So I hope next season he backups and returns stronger than before. My best defender of the season, I'll go in for James Tarkowski of Burnley. He's had comparing his numbers to that of the two most expensive defenders in the league. Harry Maguire and Van Dijk. Comparing his numbers to these players, he has better numbers than these players. He has a better head clearance, area duel, blocks than all these two players. So comparatively, I'll say he's my best defender for the season. I know most people will not agree with me, but this is my choice. Okay. So my coach of the season, have you not been for Liverpool's 3 year decade wait and their drought for and hunger for the Premiership? I would have said for Frankie. Lampard has done an incredible job losing his star player, the league's most talented player, the league's most um, exciting player, scoring and taking away most of their goals. Most pundits thought that he would definitely struggle, he wouldn't have qualified for the Champions League. But he's defined all odds, qualified the team to the Champions League next season. He's in the FA Cup final, England's most prestigious tournament. Okay, so he's defined all odds with the transfer ban and everything. He's had to work with mediocre players. But for the 30-year wait of Liverpool and they're winning the trophy this season, Lampard would have been the best coach of the season. But comparing Klopp's performance to that of Lampard, I'm going for Klopp because he took it over a team that were basically doubters. It's made them to believe that they can win laurels. And in winning laurels, they've won the UEFA Champions League, Super Cup, FIFA World Cup, etc. And then ultimately, what has been on the heart of most Liverpool supporters is done it for them. So obviously, Klopp will be my manager of the season. He's done incredibly well, an outstanding job, and the Klopp would always applaud him for what he's done. For for my team of the season, this how it. I'm going with a 4-3-3 formation with Edison Moraes being my goalkeeper. Reason being that he's had most clean sheets and he won the Golden Goal. So I'm choosing to be my goalkeeper of the season. At right back, I'm choosing Trent Alexander-Arnold because he ran most of Liverpool's game this season from the right hand side of the pitch. He's had huge influence from that side of the pitch in Liverpool's game. His crosses were pinpoint, his free kicks were difficult to catch, and his overall play was exciting. This is he's had an assist of 13, just 7 behind Kevin De Bruyne. So this should tell you how impressive he's been this season. Centre back, I'll go for James Tarkowski and Virgil van Dijk. Tarkowski, sorry, as I've said earlier, has better numbers than Maguire and Van Dijk. So I'll go for him. And Van Dijk will obviously partner him because he's won the Premiership and his contribution towards Liverpool winning the league has been incredible. At left back, I'll go for Andy Robertson because he's arguably the best left back in the league this season. And to some extent, Europe. His attacking instinct cannot be disputed. Anytime he sends forward, he's done incredibly well. With my 3-man midfield, I'll go for Henderson sitting at the base with Kevin De Bruyne and Bruno on top of him. Reason being that, see, Henderson has done incredibly well. His performance both on and off the pitch was very crucial in Liverpool winning the league. Anytime the front three of Liverpool did not set up or were not up to their standard in any of their games, Henderson showed leadership by scoring goals that were vital to win them games. Kevin De Bruyne, because obviously he's the best playmaker in the league, and Bruno Fernandes. Since he joined the league, no team has amassed maximum points than Manchester United. It's won since he joined the league. United has won 32 points than any team. So it's obviously that his influence in the league has it's obviously on the Manchester has it's not in doubt and has helped the teams clinch a Champions League spot. For my front three, I'll play Aubameyang on the left hand side, with Vardy being the lead match striker and Sadio Mane on the right hand side. Aubameyang because Aubameyang is a lethal gunman. Aubameyang is a lethal gunman. He never ceases from scoring. He's always hungry to score. Okay. He's a lethal gunman. He basically loves scoring. Vardy has shown that he's typically an English boy. He's always fed on long balls and scoring these balls anytime across the street into the box. And you see Vardy over there, you are 100% sure that he's going to have a touch of the ball and he's going to make some sort of it. Sadio Mane, as I've said earlier on, has contributed immensely well to this season's campaign of Liverpool. Okay, so all in all, this is my take on the English Premier League. I would say kudos to those who were able to qualify for Champions League. We hope and pray that they stake a claim for themselves in next season's Champions League. And for those who were not able to stay in the league, Norwich, Watford, and Bournemouth, they should go in and rectify their mistakes and come back if possible next year. So, this is my take on the English Premier League.
So you heard my guest Safu Emmanuel and Abdul Karim interesting comments from there. You saw their team of the season and all their choice in all those categories. So this time will allow us to draw the curtains down here on the show. The show was Sports Center at home with me, James OHENBA McKWEON. Catch it the same time on Friday as we bring you what's happening in the world of sports. Don't forget to share this video on all your social media platforms and also to like and subscribe to this channel. The channel is fast lane. You can also follow me on my social media handles. On Twitter is OHENBA James, and on Facebook is OHENBA McKWEON. Your views and comments are welcome. Your criticisms are also welcome on this show. Thanks for watching and thanks for being part of the show. Take care of yourself and remember to wear your nose mask when you are going out. Bye-bye. Give me freedom, give me fire.